Hey guys, what is up? Today I come to you yet with another weekly review of Gintama 2017, and we are episode 319. And I tell you, I cannot wait automatically for next week's episode because the way this episode left off on a cliffhanger has you anticipating for that fight. Now, before I get into it, Gintoki and the others have finally arrived on planet Rakuyo, where Kagura, Takasugi, Abuto, and Umibozu on. Remember, Umibozu has come back to this planet because he knows his son is there and he hopes to find him to kill him before Utsuro can do it. Originally, Utsuro's plan was to destroy the entirety of the 7th Division, but that was foiled by Umibozu. It was in Umibozu's way of saving his son before someone else was to get to him. So we have where Abuto is going to take him to his son, even though it's going against the rest of his subordinates' wishes. That he's going to bring Umibozu to find his son. He knows where his son is hiding. Of course, Takasugi is still out of commission. He's in his coma, so we can't expect him to wake up anytime soon, despite all the craziness that is happening around him. Bonsai was originally going to take them to the hideout layer on this planet to meet up with Takasugi, and hopefully they'll see Kagura. Might I add, she went to her mother's gravesite, and of course her father was there before her, so he left like memorial flowers at the gravesite, and by them doing that, we're going to see possibly more flashbacks on Kagura's history and with her family, so we can expect that in future episodes. Might I add, there's already 3 characters that were introduced, and already, the battle has already started in this week's episode. It's setting up for the battles that are going to happen, and those characters are the 3 mad stars. Before I get into that, we have where the Harusame tried to trap Gintoki and the others. Now, you cannot apply anime logic to human life logic. If you try to run straight into an array of bullets shooting at you, more than likely you will get shot in some place of your body. But since this is anime and this is Gintama, you can run straight into bullets, shoot your enemy at the same time they are shooting you, throw bombs at them, and smash a wall and instantly take out the enemy within a couple of minutes. Okay, and even Bonsai was so impressed, wondering, Takasugi, have we been trying to eliminate these guys for the longest time after he sees their demonstration of power and skill? The same guys that Takasugi went to war with, he's trying to kill them. And Bonsai is like, I've been following a lot of these idiots, and they made reference a lot to Shinigami. Instead of, the Shinigami is the meaning of the death god. So, when you're at death's door, that's when you meet the Shinigami or something like that. Instead of the Shinigami following them, it's actually a lot of people following after them, like Gintoki, Takasugi, Katsura are actually the Shinigamis themselves. No wonder they are always into various problems. It gets down where we see the 3 mad stars. Originally, these 3 characters were the strongest within the Harusame. They were in their respective divisions, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th divisions. But because they broke some rules, of course the Harusame does have rules for themselves, surprisingly, because they go around everywhere terrorizing everyone else and taking over planets. You would have thought they had no doctrine about themselves, but they do. And simply because these 3 characters had broken some of them, they have been in prison for quite a while. But due to the circumstances that are happening right now, they have been brought back and are being used to fight against their enemies. So the 3 mad stars are Neptune Shokaku, who is of the 4th division, the monkey looking guy, who is said to be the most strongest and the most athletic of the Harusame. There is Pluto Bato, who is the guy that Gintoki had faced during the Joy War. So this is another character Gintoki has beaten but not killed during the Joy War. Of course, the first person that we have met that Gintoki has fought during that time was, of course, Obro, who was introduced back in the courtesan arc, and Gintoki had fought him in the war. Now we're facing against another character, this guy Bato, who is said to be of the second division, and he is nicknamed the Star Sword King. So he has the best swordsmanship out of all the Harasame. And then we have the third division, Uranus Hankai, who has no underlings underneath him. He's basically a one-man army, and he's very cunning in his endeavors when he wants to take out the enemy. So these are the three strongest commanders within the Harasame, also the most troublesome of them. So we have where Gintoki's going against Bato, Katsura's going to go against Shokaku, and Sakamoto is going to go against Hankai. And if you look at their names, it kind of fits with the title that they have, the three mad stars, because the beginnings of their names are after planets, even though they're not stars. I kind of find it pretty cool how their names kind of go with the title they have for themselves. So we're going to see a rematch for, at least in the series, they say it's a rematch, but for us, it's going to be the first time we're going to see Gintoki versus the greatest or the strongest swordsman within the Harasame. We're going to see Sakamoto for possibly the first time or the second time in actual battle against Hankai, and we're going to see for the very first time Katsura in battle. Now, the last time we ever saw Katsura serious when fighting someone was way back during the Benny Zakura arc, which was around in the 50s, and it wasn't even like a one-on-one battle. It was him teaming with Gintoki to fight off the forces that Takasugi was sending against them. So that's when we saw some of his skills, the demonstration of his skills as a swordsman. But after that, he was just played to be this very silly character and everything. But as they were playing on by the ending of this episode, where Shokaku comes before him, and they were kind of going against each other, saying that your title is too long, the way you introduce yourself is too long, you need to shorten. Just like how I say Katsura's like, how I always say Katsura Zura Janai, Katsura is not Zura, it's Katsura. You need to shorten how you introduce yourself. And now these two are going to go at it against each other. So the strongest of the Harasame against the tactician within the Joy War. So they did say that Katsura is someone that can plot. Why he's always going against the government, he's always able to get away with it, is because he always plans. Despite how silly and idiotic he can appear at many times, Katsura is a very smart person. He is very diligent in what he does, and he's not someone you can just glance over. So I cannot wait to see this fight between him and Shokaku, because this is the first time we really seen Katsura throw hands in this series. So I think a lot of anime onlys are really anticipating this, as well as us manga viewers. So I cannot wait for next week's episode. If you guys saw this week's episode of Gintama, do drop a comment down below on how you felt about this week's episode. How anticipated are you for next week's? The links are in the description box as always. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!